And the problem with that is if you don't listen to the story, if you don't allow the story to find you, then you'll never be able to get the story that really engages an audience. It'll be forced. It will be. So I was on a flight with my dad, and we were flying back from Johannesburg for business. And I was talking about a story that I wanted to create, which had an ending that I wanted to insert. And I was basically telling him that I want this ending to go like this and to go like that, but I hadn't figured out what was going to happen between the halfway point and the ending. And very oftentimes when you write shows, we often want to do shows that already have an ending. We already want to know where the character wants to go. We already want to determine where exactly the plot takes us. And my dad just turned to me and said something that I'll never forget that defined me as a storyteller. He said, you must never try to control where a story goes. You must listen to where the story wants to go. And when you do that, you start writing great stories instead of trying to write great stories. And most people, oftentimes, we want to come across as great playwrights by trying to write great plays, right? And the problem with that is if you don't listen to the story, if you don't allow the story to find you, then you'll never be able to get the story that really engages an audience. It'll be forced. It will be imposed. Does it make sense? So most of the time, what you should be doing is you should be saying, I'm looking for a story, and then listening. My closing point. My dad once said to me, a story is never written by a writer, but a story writes itself through the writer.